What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. Today to talk about my first CSG submission, kind of give a little review on the process, reveal the card, see how she looks, and just kind of talk about it a little bit. So like, comment, subscribe, you guys are girls in the drill. So I set off the Griffey Auto for anyone that missed the submission preview. It's actually this exact card here. But I picked up a second copy of it at the Midwest Monster. This is 9 out of 10. I think I had 2 out of 10 that I wanted to send off and get slabbed, kind of like as a PC play, to free myself up to potentially move this one at the National. I sent that other one off, and I wanted it, I wanted to keep a Griffey Auto set aside just for me, in the PC. And I decided that I wanted it in a CSG slab. I've talked about their slabs a lot. I really like the way that they look and feel. I like the way the cards look in them. And I didn't think the card would necessarily PSA 10, so I don't think a PSA 9 adds a little bit of value. I think the 10 auto actually adds more value to it than the fact that it's a PSA 9, but it is a thicker card, whole 9 yards. So I decided, let's give CSG a try. I've graded now. They were the only of the major grading companies that I have never submitted cards through. So I figured this would be a good test run for it. So I sent this standard service. Now, when I sent it standard was $30 a card because I got the paperwork in prior to the price increase. It is now $35 a card. The stated turnaround time on that is 15 days. I could tell you they're a lot faster than that. This was received in the mail by them on the 9th of July, and it was shipped back to me on the 15th of July. I am recording this on the 19th of July. So it shipped on like a Friday, so it took a couple extra days to get here because of the Sunday and FedEx and the whole 9 yards. So I just got it Tuesday afternoon during time of recording. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and we'll take a look at the card and then kind of talk a little bit more about them. Curious how that's packaged. Sounds a little loosey-goosey in there. Purposely waited to open it on camera just to kind of see how they package their stuff back. And like I said, if you guys or girls use CSG, you're probably used to this. This was my first time with them. So I will say one thing. Okay, so it's just in a little, they got little slats that it sits in. Interesting. I kind of wish they put it in a team bag, but it is what it is. So we'll pull the card out. I'm going to set that off to the side just to hide it a little bit. So, but that's the interior of the box. Kind of like, I think, how their CGC comic books come, but I do kind of like that. I do wish it was in a little team bag or covered in plastic or something. I got cardboard stuff all over it now, actually. This card's kind of a mess. Probably didn't help the way I opened the box, not gonna lie. Probably did that thing no favors opening it that way. So, that was the turnaround time. Obviously, much faster than the posted. Not too terribly surprising on that. It was $30 to grade the card, $2 to grade the auto, which I actually thought I checkmarked not to grade the auto, but apparently I checkmarked to grade the auto because I was surprised when the grade popped and there was an auto grade on there. But, it is what it is. I was a little concerned that it actually wouldn't 10. I thought it was a borderline 9-10, so I didn't want to risk it because I didn't want the 9 auto. And then the only other thing that I really didn't love, there's 2 things that I really didn't love. They charge you a random $5 handling fee. I have no idea what that's associated with. Now, obviously, if you were sending a bunch of cards in, it would probably not that noticeable. But when you're only sending 1 card in, I wasn't real keen on having to pay an extra $5 handling fee because that really just made the grading fee $35 or $37 with the auto grade. So I didn't really like that. Once again, if I was sending in 100 cards, I probably wouldn't even notice it. But when you're sending in 1, it just kind of stands out. And maybe PSA does the same thing and SGC. I honestly don't know. I don't think that they do, but I could be wrong. The other thing that I didn't like is when you ship the card to CSG, it actually says CSG directly on the shipping label. Now, I noticed the return address label is not, it's very vague on where it's coming from. Most of the grading companies have gone to that for sending and receiving. I know if you send the PSA now, it is marked with a very generic, nondescript PO box. SGC is the same way. You would have no idea what was going to SGC just by looking at the label. So CSG, if you could, it would be really nice if you remove the name off there just from a security standpoint. Coming back to you, it does not say that, so it seems weird that they have that side of it down. Submission process, very easy. The online website, the whole 9 yards, no issues there. Return shipping is the only other thing that I don't like. If you use USPS, they make you use registered mail or they make you use FedEx. FedEx was $17. Registered mail was like $30 and super slow. I just opted for FedEx. I figured it was one card, you know, $500 to $700, $800 value, whatever it is. I would take the chance with FedEx, but I didn't like the registered mail only option. So once again, kind of a me thing on that one. But let's go ahead and actually take a look at the card. Okay, here we go. And we got the CSG 9. Not super surprised by that grade. I was kind of hoping for a 9.5. I thought the card looked clean enough. I am not really good about judging thicker cards. But I got the 9, and it did get the 10 auto on the back. So slab itself looks pretty good. But, I mean, just crystal clear. We'll do a little comparison here. Let me take this out of the team bag to make this a fair comparison. Just kind of hold these there, and then hold on, everybody. We're going for a ride. So those are the exact same card in 2 different slabs. I actually think this label looks a lot better with this card. I think the red takes away from the card a little bit. But you can kind of see the clarity on the CSG slab on that holographic when I'm kind of moving the card around. Definitely pops more on the CSG slab, in my opinion. So but there's a very direct comparison for you. Once again, size-wise, you can see they're basically the same footprint-wise. Which I also like. That's one of the things I don't like about SGC slabs is that they are larger. But yeah, we have that there, and give you a little up close. Zoom out just a little bit. But this is exactly what I was hoping for. I mean, I think it looks absolutely fantastic in this slab. I mean, I like the PSA one. That's what drew me to the card originally, but the CSG slabs just look super, super clean and feel very clean in hand. And once again, I think in this case, the CSG label looks better with this card. Maybe not necessarily with every card, but that smaller font, I think, and the fact that it's black instead of red, it just kind of blends in more, kind of almost disappears compared to the PSA prescription label. So for PC stuff, I think these guys are going to be my go-to. If it's something that's truly a PC card that I don't necessarily, you know, once again, this grading a 9 versus a 9.5, I don't think swings the value on it a ton. In a PSA 10, yeah, absolutely. But I know how PSA grades thick cards, and thick cards in general are just tough grades. So I figured, why not? Let's ship this bad boy down to Florida and have CSG have a crack at it. Like I said, I was a little worried about the auto. I think it's borderline. The only thing that I was concerned about is it gets a little streaky on the come down here. Not too terribly bad. This one, it doesn't. You can see it's very solid compared to that one. It has a little, it's just a little lighter. It's not necessarily a streak, just a little lighter. So I was worried about that because I know sometimes auto grades can be weird, and auto grades are not my area of expertise. So I didn't want to chance it. But overall, not too terrible of a process. Like I said, the random handling fee was a little annoying. I would like to see the name of the company off the shipping box. That's kind of nitpicky, but just in a day and age where there's so much mail theft, and most of the other companies have switched to it. And like I said, they even switched to it on their return shipping. So I know that it's technically possible. So it would be nice to see that get off there. But yeah, once again, I for PC stuff, I think they are my preferred in regards to how cards look in the slabs. I can't deny that. Now, resale value wise, it's not quite there yet. Does that ever change? Who knows? We'll see what happens as time progresses. But slab wise, they definitely have the best slab on the market, and I really don't think it's close, to be quite honest with you. The cards just look super, super nice. That's all I have for you guys and girls today. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.